People have driven hours and hours to get here, and we just couldn't be more honored. So thank you all.
For those of you that know Molly well, you know inviting everyone up into middle of nowhere to hang out for a whole weekend with nothing to do but to connect and hang out together is pretty much her dream. But in all seriousness, we really wanted to make our wedding a venue where people could come together, and it kind of felt like a summer camp. It kind of felt like a family reunion. So we really appreciate you all guys being here.
Well, in 2017, we decided to have a family reunion. 2 weeks before the event, Matt calls me and he goes, "Can I bring a friend?" I'm like, okay. Is this a guy friend? Is this a girl friend? Who is this friend? So we have to, change all the sleeping arrangements. And Molly walks in. She didn't know a soul. We had no idea she even existed. And she was great. And we loved her from the minute she walked in the door.
There's a beautiful sing-along tonight. I've heard people already warming up for it. So if you're not too cold and you're ready to sing and have some s'mores, join our uncles who put together a wonderful set for us tonight.
Touching you, sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good. So good, so good, so good. I've been in line, ba, ba, ba. I didn't believe they never would. Sweet Caroline, yeah.
The light in your eye comes over me just like a sunrise. You said a scene.
Molly and I mostly kept in touch with a private Facebook group and an entry from Molly on May 10th, 2015. I matched with a guy on Hinge a few months ago, and turns out he was starting a Twitter. And not only that, but he was sitting a few tables away from me and part of the same organization. So when he started, he had flirty eyes for a couple days.
I remember when we first met and I would giggle so hard in the micro kitchens at work, blushing that this tall, handsome man was trying to talk to me. Everything that came out of your mouth I thought was the funniest thing in the world, and I was terrified that coworkers would catch on.
Wow, look at you.
You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
So the last words that Matt just said to me, he goes, "All right, guys, we gotta hurry up. I gotta go for my first look soon."
Oh,
No matter what, I'll feel the same. Hold up the world for you. I don't want anyone else.
Since we were kids, Matt's been one of my favorite people to travel with. He always says yes to an adventurer. That's why it's been so great to see Matt meet and fall in love with someone like Molly.
The curious, ambitious, silly social butterfly that Matt is. He's written himself a dynamic character in so many of our stories. To quote the singer-songwriter James Taylor, "Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll come running." If you ever need anything, someone to listen, a spare kidney, a brunch recommendation in Montreal, New York, or Tokyo, I gotcha.
To my groom on our wedding day. Uh-oh. Dear Matt, hard to believe that today is the day. In a matter of hours, you will be my husband, and I couldn't be more clear about any decision in my life as I am about this one.
Molly, can you believe it? How wonderful that we get an opportunity to commit to someone so fully, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and without reservations. I have known for years that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. How special that today is the day that I finally get to.
It's really easy for me to stand up here and say that she's the greatest gift that I've ever received and the best sister that her brother could ever ask for. As you already know, and that was part of my speech, we didn't coordinate that, but she wrote letters to my mom about her feelings and her experience.
When she was 6.5, she wrote me a note in red crayon. In fact, I have a copy of it because it was so special, right? Okay? So I'm gonna read to you what she wrote to me at 6.5 years old. I love you very much, and I always will. I will never forget about you. I really, really love you. When I see you get mad at anyone, I feel like you're mad at me. And I feel like I want to cry. Even though you did not get mad at me, I will love you forever.
On my back.
Oh, look. They did a beautiful job.
And I'll be wearing this bolero for the ceremony that is made of your dress.
I was stunned. And here's my 6-year-old laying it out with incredible clarity. So in touch with her feelings.
I had a song written and provided lyrics that I thought could express a little bit of how I was feeling.
When she went to the University of Miami of Ohio, she didn't know anybody when she moved there, but she already had the maturity to say, I'm not gonna go out and seek a bunch of relationships. I'm gonna build something and let those relationships come to me. And that's a big part, is why she founded Global Business Brigades that helps underserved communities across the world be self-sustaining in business. Molly, I am so proud of the life that you've built. You've put in a lot of work, and we're all here today.
You see, the thing about Molly is that she has the belief that the more she can give you, the better off she is. And there's no better evidence of that than in the many incredible friends celebrating here today. Many of them bride guides. I have had the distinct honor of riding shotgun alongside these two as their relationship has blossomed over the years. And it has been an inspiration to watch them grow together. From a young, anxiously excited kind of love, the kind of love that makes you blurt out, I love you, for the first time next to a porta potty at a dusty music festival, to a love that is deeply rooted in communication and mutual respect.
So I ask you to please raise your glass and toast an amazing couple that their presence together makes the world a better place. We love you guys.
You won't believe it.
Matt. As you know, I was not the little girl who always dreamed about her wedding day. In fact, I was quite scared of it. Scared of it feeling robotic and committing to something I didn't fully understand. But somewhere along the way of our time together, I realized that fear was gone, and I was delighted with those little girl dreams of what it would be like to marry you. Matt, I love your brain. It feels like this fun house with endless doors to explore, a sexy encyclopedia. Whether it is geography, jazz, movies, or the types of books you read, you have this constant thirst for more knowledge that is contagious.
Molly, you and I like to remind ourselves that we have it really good, and we do. We got dealt an incredible hand in our lives thus far. But if there's one thing I've learned in my years of playing euchre and bridge with the Babingtons, you can get dealt a great hand and you can still screw it up.
I see my future.
Screwing up. I lived in fear of everything not going right all the time. It wasn't until I got to know you and saw the genuine excitement you get from discovering a problem, having the opportunity to solve it, that I realized that there may be joys in life that come from seeing things through a different perspective.
I know that miracles happen. Who cares what they say?
I love your ability to be both serious and goofy. When you dance around with a vacuum or say silly things to Riley, but then spend a walk talking about our future family or work goals. Although there have been a few years that you felt I wasn't laughing at any of your jokes, I was just helping keep you humble. You now have me giggling almost every day.
So I'll keep my eyes open, awed and amazed, and if you start to doubt it, I'll remind you of the million ways I
So Molly and Matt, my wish for you is that you embrace every season of your marriage with love and patience. May you always seek laughter and find time to play together. May you continue to self-actualize both as individuals and as partners, creating the room to challenge each other and help each other grow and evolve, both individually and together. It's a beautiful life ahead, and we are all here for you every step of the way.
Take a sip with your lips, hey, you can't finish all that. Running through the city with a hard pass. Way too cool for the school, hey, I think I'm in the wrong class. Ticket time, eyes on the prize, making sure that we shine. Got like 8, need 2 for the down. Living how we living, so we living just fine. Hey, all the way up.
Breathe my tears back.
We met 2,622 days ago today. I've learned so many world-changing things from your perspective, but none have been more meaningful and important to me than you showing me how to drop in.
Finding magic in the days and nights as they're unfolding. Writing stories with.
Aww, this is more like it. You've taught me to drop in, to show up, and to live a life of wonder. Your love and partnership in my life makes my world better each and every day. You've made me believe that there is nothing we can't do together.
I love all the little things. The way you putz around the house after too much coffee, or never miss a morning kiss. The way you hold my hand when we're taking off on airplanes, or catch my eyes when we're in a crowded room. And, of course, I love looking at you. Your big, strong bod and those smiley whisker eyes will never get old.
You don't like the word always, so instead I'll say that I hope I can continue to love you with all of my heart and soul for as long as the world will let me. You know, to make our love feel like it's that over-the-fence World Series kind of stuff. Let's get old together and build a life we can be proud of. I love you.
In the dark, we feel it still.
If I could go back to that scared little me, and I'd tell her not to be afraid. That one day she was going to meet someone really special. And that when she does, it will be clear she is home.
I'll go anywhere with you. In the sunlight or underneath the moon. All we have is enough. Take my hand, darling, we were born to run. It's all waiting
told you this recently, but one of my all-time favorite activities is daydreaming with you about our future. What our family will look like, where we'll live. Before you, I often looked outwards, always wondering, am I doing this right? But being with you has taught me there's no one right way, and that we actually get to dream, create, and build a life of our own. Knowing what is true today may not always be, I vow to keep exploring together as we and always give it my all. Today, I feel like the luckiest girl alive. I'm all in. I love you.
It's all waiting